Guys, whenever I'm browsing through Google and I'm just looking through regular websites and I'm just looking through the website, just casually going through, I see a lot of mistakes sometimes. The most notable is when I go on their about page and then I just see a boatload of mistakes. Now in this video, I'm going to show you 6 common mistakes for you to avoid whenever you write your about page. Alright, let's get started. You see, there's some people who have their reasons for not having an about page. Maybe it's for privacy concerns, maybe it's just, for safety concerns, or for various other reasons. But if you don't have an about page, it is hurting you a lot more than if you have a crappy about page. So what happens is there's this informational gap between you and the person looking through your website, and maybe they want to buy a product from you. And they're like looking through and they're like, all right, yeah, this product looks pretty good. Let me see who this person is. Let me check them out. And then you go on their about page and there's nothing. There's no information on him. And what happens is when you don't have an about page that's well written, it's going to create this, not only this informational gap, but it's going to create, which leads us to our first point. I wouldn't trust it. It looks a little fishy. It looks a little suspicious to me. And then when you don't have that trust, it's a lot harder to close the sale. Which leads us to our first mistake. You don't have a name or picture on your about page. Guys, if you don't have any name, you should just use your company name on your about page. I've seen it before. Unless you are a giant company like Coca-Cola, there is no reason for you not to put some sort of name, whether it's your company name, your real name, your pen name, whatever name. You need to have some sort of name for the customer to associate whatever this product is and who they're buying it from. Even better is if you have something like a picture of yourself, a picture of your team, or like a video describing who you are and what your business is. That works even better. You see, when you have something that it creates, when you have like a picture or something, it creates some sort of connection. It'll be like, okay, so I'm not just buying from this random shady vendor who may be from China or some other country that I have never heard of before. At least I know that I'm buying it supposedly from this person who I see in this picture here. You see, when you have a picture or a name, it just creates it makes it a lot easier for the customer to just trust you, because what happens is, instead of going from a random shady website that has no about page to, okay, this about page put some effort into their name and their company and their about page description, okay, it seems like a lot more legit company. And when it seems a lot more legit, they're going to be much more likely to buy from you. That's why you should consider putting your name or some sort of name and some sort of picture to show who you are or who your team is. The second mistake I see is when businesses try to sound all businessy and it sounds really, really boring. Whenever you read it and you see the sentences of, let's say I wrote for my about page, hello, my name is Anthony Nabel and I have been an email freelancer for over 2 years. I have a lot of experience in the emailing field and I can help you with the email endeavors if we can create a successful collaboration with each other. And when we create a successful collaboration with each other, a lot of opportunities to help you make more sales. Now, maybe what we need to do is da 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 da. And then it just goes on and it just sounds like a robot. It's just monotonous, and then you just keep going on and on. And what happens is when you write it this way, not only does it sound really boring, but I give nothing of value to the other person. All I'm doing in my about page is just describing myself. Now, it sounds really ironic, but the about page isn't about you, but it's about for your customers. Whenever you craft your about page, you don't need to show yourself and brag about how awesome you are. You should already know that. What you should do is you should just show how this about page, like all the description that you're writing for, how does it bring value to your customer. Third mistake I see is they put a video with no text underneath it. Now, guys, if you could put a video, you're already light years ahead of other about pages. But what happens is not everyone likes watching videos. You see, there's a lot of people like me who rather just see this nice, blog post like description underneath the video and just skim through it in like 2 to 3 minutes and get the general idea of who you are, rather than go through like a 7-minute, 10-minute video of describing who you are. It may be an awesome video, but not everyone likes going through video. Some people like going through text, some people like going through like a podcast. That's why video works well, because it works both for people who want to listen and for people who want to see something in action. Now, what you can do is you can just create simple. You just have a video and then you just have a short description of who you are underneath the video. And it hits two birds with one stone because boom, you got people who like video, boom, you got people like me who like reading. Now the fourth problem is when you just keep rambling on and on. You just keep going on till the end of the hill, just talking about yourself, talking about everything. And you see what happens is, it's okay to like describe a little bit about your personal life as long as you show a connection between that and bringing value to your reader. Like for instance, if you are a blogger and you want to show a personal side to yourself, that's fine. Maybe you have like two dogs, Max and Jill. What's gonna happen is, it's alright to show a little human side, you know. Maybe you like waking up at 10 a.m. instead of 6 a.m. You're not a morning person and you like drinking coffee at 12 p.m. And then maybe you like going out for a jog with your dog. But it starts to become rambling on and on when you talk about something like, yeah, so at 6 a.m. I wake up and I go to Max and Jill and then we go for a lovely walk down the Sunset Boulevard and we're going through the beach and then, oh, the sun hits my eyes and I can't see while we're walking. But that's okay because I get to hear the beautiful ocean and then we're going through the picnic and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da and on 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 and on. When you keep going on and on, what's going to happen is, you're gonna, not only is it gonna be like, all right, you're gonna lose attention's reader, but the reason why they came to your about page is, one, they want to learn more about you, and two, they want to learn more about you because there's a potential problem that they have and they want you to solve. So really the solution is, once you see it keeps going on and on, maybe just send it to your friend or your family member and just see where they start to lose attention or where it doesn't really make sense. Just cut out the fluff. A lot of readers don't want to read too much fluff in their writing. The fifth mistake I see is that people think that an about page should be minimal. Now, it really depends on what you're trying to go for. You see, as a copywriter, I like having a minimal design because I like to show off my writing skills, which makes sense, right? Just like a plain white background with black text, maybe a picture of myself or a video, but I want all of my focus to show how well I can write. Now, if you're a graphic designer and you want to be like, oh yeah, damn man, I show amazing designs, then it's alright to go crazy with it. There was this one design that I saw where basically I just jumped on the about page and all of a sudden I was just playing Galaga with the about page description. I thought that was freaking awesome. There was also another one where you just go over this, I don't know what you call it, this 3D model, and then what happens is when you put your mouse over it, it shows this 3D rendition of this model, which I thought was a pretty cool way to show off your skills. Now, it really depends on your goal of what your about page should be. If you're trying to focus more on your writing, I'd say you go more towards the minimal side. But if you're trying to show off how artistic or creative you are or your design skills, then I say go a little bit more crazy with it and see what happens. And the sixth mistake I see is not having an about page. You see, it's a lot better to have a crappy about page than no about page at all. It doesn't really hurt because at least, I'd say about, this is my rough estimate, but I'd say about 20 to 30% of people who, from my experience from doing Shopify stores, is that they check out your about page to see what your company is about. Now, what happens is when they do this, if you have no about page, then you're going to lose 20 to 30% of those customers because they want to buy something from you. You got their attention. For me, when they clicked on that Facebook and they went to my Shopify store, man, were they interested to buy my product. But if I did not have an about page, out of those 20 to 30%, is customers, I could have lost them because if I had no about page, then all of a sudden they went from interested to they're interested, but it's a shady company without an about page. That's why it's better to have at least something, just anything. Just put something on your about page, even if it's not the bestly written or it's not good. Just put something on it, and it'll be a lot better than having no about page at all. What you could do is you could just go to your competitors. And then you could just not copy and paste, but you could see their template, see how they do it. Check out your other competitors, pick out the templates that you like, and then just mix and match into your own about page. All right, that's all for today. I hope you found something helpful. If you did, please subscribe below, and I'll see you later. All right, the third mistake I see, oh, that's actually a 6. The third mistake I see is now the fourth problem. And the one and only is when you just keep rambling on and on and on and on and on and on. When you keep, and what's going to happen is that